So I've read 3 different texts. One from William Shakespeare called Sonnet 29. Then a poem from Carol Ann Duffy called Valentine. And in the end, I've read the song from Script called The Man Who Can't Be Moved. And during the presentation, I will illuminate a short summary of the 3 texts, and then I will analyze them individually, and then I will talk about some themes, and then I will compare them to each other. I'll begin with William Shakespeare's Sonnet 29. And the first 8 lines in Sonnet 29 is very depressing, and it's about how much the speaker hates himself and how he wants to change and become a better person. But then in the last 6 lines, the poem is much more positive, and is about someone he once loved, and how love never ends, and how the love never ends. It is a lyric poem, which we see because there is no specific story, but is consisting of thoughts, feelings, and meanings. The poem is a sonnet, which means there are 14 lines with rhyme. The speaker in the story is a first-person narrator. For instance, the speaker says, "Happily I think on thee, and then my state." The words in the text is mostly negative, and he uses a lot of negative adjectives and verbs to describe how he feels. For instance, he says, "cries and curse." But the last 6 lines contain a lot of positive words like sweet, love. Yeah. The theme in the sonnet is love. Love can make you sad, but can also help you through a lot of things. Which we see in this text, because when the speaker thinks about his big love, he gets happier in the end. Then there is the poem Valentine, written by Carol Ann Duffy, and this poem shows all the positive and negative sides about love by comparing it to an onion. She does not think that material things are important or special, but the love you show are. It is an epic poem because it tells a curse where a girl gives her boyfriend an onion for Valentine. The structure in the poem is very untraditional and messy, without any obvious stanzas. Some of the stanzas contain 1 verse, and others 5 to 6 verses, which is very untraditional. The action in the poem is chronological, which means there are no flashbacks or flash forwards. Furthermore, the poem is told in present time, and the speaker in the story is a first-person narrator who reflects a lot about love and how to achieve this feeling. She gives us an onion in Valentine gift because she does not think that love can be built up by material things, and the speaker's use of words is overall negative, because she uses words like grief and tears, and the sentence "undressing love," which empathize the importance of being careful about who you're falling in love with, because you can get hurt, and in the end you can get very hurt. The theme of the story is the same as in Shakespeare's, which was love, but the message is a little different. The message in this text is that even though you get hurt from love, even though you can, that you have to be, that when you get hurt of love, it is not easy to forget, and you will be hurt for a long time. So you have to be sure that the love is real. This poem is a really good poem because you can like understand what the speaker wants to tell, and you can also identify yourself with the speaker, or at least I can, because who wants to have a relationship for the material things? The third text is the song called "The Man Who Can't Be Moved" by the script, and this song is about a man who meet a girl in a corner, and he instantly fell in love with her. He will wait for her in infinity if that's what it takes to see her again. The content in the text is very conscious, but still intense. It is conscious because we do not get to know a lot about how they suddenly meet in the corner, or if they had any previous knowledge of each other, but intense because we can feel how important it is for the man to find this girl again. And this song can be a perspective to Shakespeare's story, Romeo and Juliet. They also meet by a coincidence and immediately falls in love with each other. And yeah, they are just willing to do everything for each other, like the man in this text. So it's like love is much more than nobody can understand.